Washington for the statement. Now I give the floor to the representative of Greece.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to thank SRSG Keita for her comprehensive briefing and also welcome the participation of the representatives of the Democratic Republic of the Congo and of Rwanda to our meeting. Mr. President, this meeting takes place at a critical moment. The momentum of the Washington Accord and the Doha peace process must be sustained. Allow me to emphasize the following points. First, we reiterate that the implementation of Resolution 2773 is imperative. M23 must immediately and unconditionally cease hostilities, stop setting up parallel administrative authorities, and withdraw all troops from Goma, Bukavu, and all other controlled areas. Greece resolutely opposes any violations of international law and the UN Charter, and stresses its strong commitment to the sovereignty, independence, unity, and territorial integrity of the DRC. Second, we welcome the establishment of the Joint Security Coordination Mechanism and the Joint Oversight Committee according to the peace agreement between DRC and Rwanda signed in Washington in June, as well as the recent joint statement on the second meeting of the JSCM for the phased implementation of the CONOPS. We urge all parties to accelerate the implementation of their commitments as provided by the peace agreement. We also welcome DRC's and M23's return to Doha in late August and the pursuing of their negotiations on the path to establish a permanent ceasefire with the support of MONUSCO and regional mechanisms. Progress on that will be pivotal for security conditions in DRC and the region. Third, with the Resolution 2773, the Council stresses its full support to MONUSCO. Acting within its mandate, MONUSCO is doing critical work in the DRC, in particular protecting the civilians and addressing urgent needs. MONUSCO's movement should be unobstructed and its work should be unimpeded. All parties must respect international humanitarian law and ensure unrestricted humanitarian access. We emphasize once more our strong commitment to the safety and security of MONUSCO's personnel. Restrictions to freedom of movement that severely impede the verification of human rights violations and abuses must be lifted immediately. Lastly, we are deeply concerned about the grave humanitarian and security consequences of the continuing M23 offensive in North and South Kivu and of the ADF offensive in Ituri that have led to a further and mounting increase of IDPs. We call on all parties to allow and facilitate voluntary, safe, and dignified returns. We strongly condemn all forms of human rights violations committed both by armed groups and state agents, as presented in the Secretary General report, including summary executions, torture, abductions, forced recruitment, and conflict-related sexual violence. All perpetrators of grave violations, notably against women and children, must be held accountable. We commend MONUSCO for training military, police, and civilian personnel with emphasis on prevention of sexual exploitation and abuse. We also welcome the steps taken by the DRC government to support the justice system and the fight against impunity. In conclusion, Mr. President, we stand ready to consider any further engagement of the Council as necessary, along with national authorities, regional and international partners, towards a sustainable peace, stability, and development in the DRC and in the Great Lakes region. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Greece for the statement.